What is up, YouTube? Riley White here, back with another MLB The Show 19 video for you guys. And this is going to be like another one of my gameplays that I've done previously. I have this already recorded and whatever. I just am going to do a voiceover and whatnot. So this was actually a game from a little while ago. I went into a game. You guys can see the team that I have. There's been some other players I added to the lineup since then. I don't have Donaldson anymore. Suarez is back at third, and I don't have Grandal anymore. So we're gonna get right into the video right now. You guys can see this guy's team. He has Reyes, Bellinger, Chipper Jones, Ronald Acuna, Charlie Blackmon, Gary Sanchez, Ty Cobb, and his creative player. He also has Robbie Ray on the mound, which is actually a pretty decent gold card. But we're gonna get right into the gameplay here. This guy's got a decent team. I feel like I do have a better team than him. First inning here, so we have, I believe this is, Duke SNIDER. And he's going to ground it to second base, but he's going to bobble it, so we're going to be able to be safe. That was a hard hit ball for sure. Steve Finley is up next against Robbie Ray. And the very next pitch, he is going to hit it down the line. I forget who he has at first base, but he misses it. So we're going to advance to third. So we have runners at the corners now, up for Matt Holliday, who I forget what happens. Oh yes, this was actually, I squared this up so well, I thought, but we do get the fly out, so we tagged up at third base and advanced. So now we're into the bottom of the first inning. That was all we could get done, and we get Ronald Acuna Jr. to strike out on a four-seamer up. That was a good inning as well. Bert Bly 11, unfortunately, he's not the greatest card. Suarez is going to get on base here, and I believe that's all I could do this inning was just one base hit. Yeah, we have Bert Bly 11 still on the mound against Gary Sanchez, and he's going to get him swinging down almost in the dirt. So this game is so far been kind of a pitcher's duel the third inning. We have Jose Reyes, who launches one to right field, but unfortunately, because of his power being so low, he could not put it out of the park. Home runs are definitely not as important this year as they used to be. Bottom of the third inning, we get Charlie Blackmon, and he gets a single to left field as he slaps one out to Matt Holliday there. So he has a runner on now with one down, and he has Jose Reyes up at the top of his order, and he gets a slapped base hit. I believe that was a little weak contact, very late. Those hits happen all the time this year. Now he has Cody Bellinger up to the plate, and this I'm going to show the full at-bat because I believe Bert Blyleven does come up pretty clutch right here, as we're going to just keep pumping in those curveballs. I noticed that this guy was a better hitter at the fastball than he was at a breaking pitch, as I just continued to pump in curveballs and changeups, and we eventually do get Cody Bellinger, I believe, here to strike out or pop up or something. Oh, right, I threw the four-seamer right there to catch him off guard, as I threw a bunch of curveballs the entire inning. Unfortunately, that clutch strikeout did not do me well, as Chipper Jones slaps one almost in the gap. Matt Holliday was able to get there to cut it off, but now he has runners at the corners, and he did score a run. But Ronald Acuna Jr. is up to the plate, and Jose Reyes makes a pretty good grab there at shortstop. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with Jose Reyes. Skipping ahead a few innings here, as he has runners at, look at this gun by Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday, somehow, I was able to gun him at the plate. Felipe Vasquez, I brought him in because what I've been kind of doing lately is with my gold starters, because I don't have that many good starters yet. What I've been doing is I've been using opener games, so if I have a gold starter, I will just go to my bullpen most of the time. I know that isn't really the greatest thing for their energy and whatnot going into different games and whatnot, but it usually works well, as we get Felipe Vasquez to strike out Charlie Blackmon in a clutch inning as well. We still have him on the mound here, another tight situation. I don't know why I kept him in, honestly, but we get Joey Gallo to ground into the double play to end the inning. That was 3 innings of work for Felipe Vasquez. In the 7th inning now, we have Chris Sale, and I hung a four-seamer or a two-seamer, one or the other, and he is going to tag up at third base to score. Unfortunately, he takes a 2-1 lead in the late innings now. I believe that was the 7th inning. Yeah, still the 7th inning, as we get Charlie Blackmon to pop out to Josh Donaldson. At the time was my third baseman in this video. So yeah, now in the top of the 8th inning, so we get A little offense here from Yasmani Grandal, who I might have to pick back up for my catcher, man. I have been struggling trying to find a good catcher. As Yasmani Grandal gets a double, a very clutch double here in the 8th inning. He brings in Craig Kimbrell, who's usually a pretty easy pitcher to hit off of, as he only has a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, and a knuckle curve. So he's either going to throw one or the other, a fastball. But then we see, I did bring in Pedro Alvarez to pinch hit, but he brings in a lefty, so I brought in Ivan Rodriguez off the bench, which was not a good decision as I could not hit with him. And then we have Jose Reyes, who unfortunately grounds out to second base, so we got the lead off, or third base, sorry, into a double play. So yeah, unfortunately we could not do anything there. As he tries to steal, and Yasmani Grandal throws it to second, but Reyes was able to pick him off. So in a 2-1 game, I forget who that is at third base. But Matt Holliday, I think that's Finley. Yeah, Finley's at third base, and he's able to score. And yeah, so now we have Chipper Jones. He was trying to double steal here. He tried to steal home, so he got rid of one player at third base. And then the very next pitch with Rich Gossage, we get Chipper Jones to strike out to end the inning. Or no, that was, I believe, yeah, now we're in extra innings. It's a 2-2 game. And he brings in Pat Neshek, who is a nasty-ass pitcher. I see a lot of people using him. And Yasmani Grandal, I'm not quite sure what happened here in his outfield, but Yasmani Grandal is able to get a triple. He is pretty much the MVP of this video, really. I mean, unrealistically, he wasn't the player of the game, but... and then Eugenio Suarez comes up to the plate, and he is going to get walked. So we're going to go to a pinch hitter, Rod Carew or Fred McGriff. I think I just went with Rod Carew because he was more apt to get a base hit compared to like a line out or something like that. And Rod Carew, this was my first at-bat with him, and he grounds to shortstop, and we are able to beat it out over at first. So Rod Carew with a pinch hit, fielder's choice to drive in the run, thank God. 3-2 lead now, and Jose Reyes up next. So now we have 2 runners on for Duke Snider, who is up to the plate now, still against Pat Neshek. And he hangs a circle change. This guy was lagging a little bit, but Duke Snider goes yard for a 3-run home run here in extra innings. What a game this was, as we get Adam Ottavino on the mound here to let Gary Sanchez fly out to center field to end the game. 6-2 was the final score. Duke Snider was your player of the game, even though Yasmani Grandal came up with a clutch double and a clutch triple towards the end of the game. But that's going to conclude this video. I apologize if this seemed a little rushed. But anyways, guys, without further ado, we will see you guys in the next one.
Set, go, take off.